All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com, voiceofruralamerica.com. Um, how are you today? Now, I have to leave at 10:10. I have to. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to the Capitol. I have a couple meetings. So, a couple things going on with our nominees that we need to talk about. Tulsi Gabbard, number 2. Now, if you are looking for extensive, all right, research on some of our work, you can go to our Rumble channel, Voice of Rural America Rumble channel. I like the one message I got. The one message I got is Trump has to restore has to clean out the cities and get rid of the cartels and restore things back to the normal gangs that used to run the cities. That was pretty good. So, anyhow, yesterday we talked about the phone calls flooding in, and trying to get Trump's nominees. And we brought up Tulsi Gabbard. And as you well know, last week, all they did was yell at her, Michael Bennett, all of them. Are you going to pardon? Do you think Edward Snowden's a traitor? Is he a traitor? We have so many traitors to pick from in America, and we know. So we played yesterday just about a 4-minute clip of a Edward Snowden, John Stossel interview. And it's on Voice of Rural America, our Rumble channel yesterday. And I like the end of that where John Stossel looks at Edward Snowden, and I'm not going down that road right now. It says, you got screwed. So anyhow, it is something to go watch. But apparently, you guys did a great job because now Collins, give me number 9, Susan Collins has come out publicly going to vote her out of committee. Now, let me just say this. Committees are where they ask the questions. Just because, and I was asked this question the other day, and I looked into it, just because they may not get out of committee does not mean that John Thune cannot give them a floor vote. So right now what happens is you're hearing some things and I'm seeing, oh, so-and-so got confirmed. No. The first thing they do is vote them out of committee. It looks like today, Tuesday, she is going to be voted out of committee. And she's going to get the support of Susan Collins and also get the support of, is it Tillis in North Carolina? She's going to get the support of 2 that we had concerns about, and she will be voted out of committee. Now, what happens once a nominee is voted out of committee? Then they have a vote to close debate on the nominee. It's all weird. They have a vote to close the debate, and that's where people get a little confused and think that they were approved. And after the vote to close debate, as confusing as it sounds, that's when they vote the final vote to approve. So Tulsi Gabbard will move out of committee today. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. Remember, we can only lose 3 votes. In Pennsylvania, you need to be calling Dave McCormick. We don't trust Dave McCormick. I've never trusted Dave McCormick. Well, he goes to Mar-a-Lago and he has pictures with Trump and Trump endorsed him. I don't trust Dave McCormick. I've never trusted Dave McCormick. He is a globalist. Anyhow, he's a world citizen. He won an award for it. We must stay on top of this. When she comes out of committee, Dave McCormick, John Fetterman, our senators here, Ossoff, Warnock, across the country, we must burn up the phone lines. It's working. It is working. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Because of the Elon Musk. If you don't like the Muskie, just saying. Now, I understand the battle that Laura Loomer, the battle that Steve Bannon, I understand the battle that took place. All right? You would not be talking about USAID being shut down. And these people would not be in fear of a primary challenge. Remember in the past, if you looked at a U.S. senator and said, if you don't vote my way, we'll have somebody primary you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, tell them to try. Raise some money. Video 17.
5, 6, 7, or 8, and therefore that one person doesn't get all the blame, and potentially that Elon Musk-backed primary challenge.
Well, and let's again underline what Kathy just said. Members of Congress are telling her that they're not only afraid of primary challenges, they're afraid of violence. They're afraid of violence if they vote against people who are unqualified to run the most important agencies in America.
That's a
Did that make you laugh? Are you still giggling? Do you need a little break? They're afraid of violence. The violence. So what are they afraid of? Us burning down a city or two? Are they afraid of us burning down our local drugstore? Are they afraid of us getting a pallet of bricks delivered somewhere so we throw through a window or two? Are they afraid of us just blocking off 6 city blocks in Seattle and naming it something else and Occupy? What exactly are they afraid of? But they're afraid of that primary challenger and the violence. They're in fear of the violence. It's working. Keep calling. Don't worry about it. Call. Ring the phone. They're jammed. Do not stop. Tulsi Gabbard, all right? RFK Jr. Now, I have told you this over and over. I'm pro-life, and I fully support RFK Jr. Remember earlier, we know why. We know exactly why they want to stop RFK Jr. What did we just talk about? Regime change, Ron Paul. We just talked about regime change, Ukraine, $5 billion, CIA, RFK Jr. They don't want him there. They are trying to do everything to stop the man. Give me number, here a minute ago, RFK Jr. Where is that guy? I had him just a second ago, and I lost it. But go ahead and give me number 10. We need to call this guy right here, Cassidy. RFK Jr. vote. Bill Cassidy, Louisiana senator. He is a doctor. They are angry because he will not say, quote, vaccines do not cause autism. Remember, Fauci, follow the science. Remember yesterday, this guy right here, they won't shut up that RFK Jr. will not just say, hey, look, vaccines do not cause autism. But yesterday we did the full report. Remember that? Full report? 30% of 8th graders can't read at an 8th grade level. We went backwards. Remember that in the report? Our report, we went backwards. We have not recovered from the setbacks from COVID of what they did to our kids. And no, RFK Jr., I will just have to say, I support him, period. I support Tulsi Gabbard. I support RFK Jr. Now, before the day is out, here is one. I don't know if you know this. Give me this one here. Give me 51. Are you aware? I like this here. Franklin Graham. Tomorrow, the Senate Intelligence Committee is scheduled to vote on Tulsi Gabbard's nomination as Director of National Intelligence. I've known Tulsi for many years and have deep respect for her. I attended her confirmation hearing last week. I've always found her to be honest, incredibly smart, a tough soldier. So fully supported by Franklin Graham. I really like that one. Give me number 49. Collins and Lankford. Yes, that's it. Lankford. Lankford back Collins. Gabbard back. Collins and Lankford. Let me get it. Slow down, Baba Louie. Collins, Lankford back Gabbard for top intel job ahead of committee vote. Now, I will tell you this. Lankford is someone that kept yelling at her the other day, is Edward Snowden a traitor? Here's the change of heart. You might be wondering, what's the change of heart? In the intel community, they do a round behind closed doors. So you're sworn in. If you're going to be the top intel chief, all right, you're sworn in, and then the committee goes behind closed doors and they do a second round of questioning. And it's not made public. It's considered top secret, confidential. It's not made public. In the second round, it's not a made for TV event. In the second round of these confirmations with her for top intel, behind closed doors, she could say some things that doesn't put her in a bad position in front of the camera. They can ask some questions, and it cannot come out of that committee. So I think that's where Lankford and Collins got a better feel, because she continued to say he broke the law. So that'll be today. RFK Jr., we're looking for him to be voted out of committee. Pam Bondi, let me see where that one's at. Pam Bondi they're going nuts over at FBI. That is absolutely another one that is absolutely hilarious, that they are losing it over at the FBI and Department of Justice right now. That is actually, that's a laugh out loud. Give me number 77. For us here at home in Georgia, Doug Collins has been, I think they say by noon today, by lunchtime, he should become the Secretary of the United States Department of Veterans Affairs. Congratulations. I don't like the word deserve when it comes to these people and politicians, but I think he'll do a great job. He is a veteran. He's wore the uniform, a member of Congress. I think some of my favorite lines that he said one time when he started campaigning, when I met him, he said his college fund was bagging groceries at the local grocery store. That was his college fund. All right. When they started talking about paying for college, he said, my paying for college was bagging groceries. So I've always enjoyed that. And my favorite thing and best memory of him is sitting next to Jerry Nadler and making Jerry Nadler miserable on a daily basis. Point of order, Mr. Chairman, if I heard that a million times. All right. Pam Bondi should be out today. I'm looking for that one here. Also, Pam Bondi should be out today for confirmation. I think here it is, number 59, Diane. Now, here you go. Pam Bondi nomination advances in the Senate. The Senate voted 52-46 Monday to limit debate. So that's what I was explaining to you earlier. They get voted out of committee, then they vote to stop debate, and it's time to vote. So since it was voted 52-46, this should be pretty easy. She should be today. Hopefully, she'll get voted in as DOJ, the Attorney General. That should happen today. So, Marco Rubio, and I have watched one too many South American, Colombian drug movies. I've watched one too many. Now, the president of Colombia may be the nicest guy in the world. May be absolutely the nicest guy in the world. Ask this person to text me right here. Hold on there, Baba Louie. He may be the president of Colombia, may be the nicest guy in the world, but tell me this doesn't remind you of one of those South American, just saying, video 11, Marco Rubio meeting the president of Colombia.
No, cuando empezaron a entrar
Yo me quedaría aquí por tiempo.
eso digo yo, pero no me dejan.
¿Y quiénes son estas? A ver,
Mi hija Laila.
Laila, mucho gusto, Marco. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Pero bueno, dos niñas. Deja que tengan 15 años para que tú veas cómo es.
¡Ay, no!
Y las primeras dos mías eran niñas y después los dos varones. Completamente distintos, dos experiencias completamente distintas. Pero imagínate. De un día vas a hacer así, vas a abrir los ojos y tienes 17 años.
I'm sorry. Way too many. That is a very nice man. The president of Colombia, I understand, is a very nice man. He's meeting his family. I'm totally out of line for this, but I'm wondering if the guy is saying, hey, Marco Rubio is saying, hey, I got a little plane. I can land it. It can run 3 times a week into Miami. That's just me. I watched Scarface one too many times. I watch too many of those movies. Now, here's the thing that is amazing. Number 19, they are losing it at the networks, right? Losing it. Because here's the discussion. El Salvador offered to house U.S. convicts for a fee. Last week, the media went nuts. Here's number 20. Here's Marco with the president of Colombia. So Marco goes down, meets with the president of Colombia. They will take anybody. Look, we'll take anybody. We'll house them for you. We'll take care of it. We want a good relationship with the Donald, right? Number 24, unprecedented offer. It is freaking the media out. Number 26, Marco Rubio, unprecedented offer, right? They are absolutely, here it is, Secretary of State, number 32, Marco Rubio. Now, what I really like, I said this yesterday, I'm going to keep saying it. I like Marco Rubio having Tammy Bruce with him. I like Tammy Bruce. I've always liked Tammy Bruce. She is now the press secretary for the Secretary of State's office for Marco Rubio. I met with Panamanian president and foreign minister to make clear the United States cannot and will not allow Chinese Communist Party to continue with its effective and growing control over the Panama Canal. Now, he's down there making moves, little Marco is, on behalf of the president. And, you know, he's doing exactly, let me make sure I don't have any others here from little Marco. I'm sorry, I'll quit calling him that if it bothers you. I'll never get it out of my head. He'll always be little Marco. Here you go, number 46. Rubio says El Salvador offers to accept deportees from U.S. of any nationality, including violent Americans. And people laughed when Trump said it last week. I clean my prisons out. I'll send them somewhere else. You can have them. I mean, could you see, right, the deterrent, all right? The deterrent. You're out there, you're like, you realize, boy, you could be sent to El Salvador. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We could send, not to Supermax, we send you down to El Salvador, out of the country. No, I won't do it again, sir. I won't do it again. Oh, wow. All right, so now I want to give you something that they will not show you in any of the media, and then I've got to prepare a couple things. I want to go through. I got a couple things on the USAID. I have to get that so I don't mess it up. But this is something that no one is going to share. Oh, here's this one right here with little Marco. Tammy Bruce. I told you this is from Tammy Bruce, number 70. I will now. I did not do this in the past. I could care less. Blinken, Jake Sullivan. I very seldom did I keep up with them. Did I keep up with John Kirby over at the Pentagon? I didn't keep up with those people. But I will now, for the first time, keep up with several of the press secretaries, one being Tammy Bruce. I follow her. I recommend to follow her. Secretary of State's office, Tammy Bruce. Rubio is in El Salvador to discuss the importance of stopping illegal immigration and combating transnational crime organizations like MS-13 and vicious Tran de Agua. Right? Trump's not playing no games. Trump is not playing games. This is the first place he sends Rubio. We've got to clear up at home. We got to clear up our neighbors. We got to quit this stuff coming on our soil. We'll get over to Europe. We'll get everywhere else. But this has to happen first. We got to take care of the homeland. America first. Stopping transnational crime. MS-13. We're down here talking about it. We look forward to our joint cooperation with the Salvadoran government to promote security, stability, and economic prosperity. It's important we tackle China's growing influence in the region. That makes my day. I have said for years what China has done in South America, what China has done through Panama, what China has done through the Darien Gap, the Belt and Road Initiative in South America. It's important we tackle China's growing influence in our region, which threatens our national security, interest, and economic independence. I love Trump's move. Mexico, Canada, Panama Canal, Colombia, we are going to shut off China right around us, first and foremost. I'm good with that. Now, they are losing it. Give me number 29. Is that the one I want? Let's see. Is that no, I don't want 29. Give me 47. Right? China. Trump's new 10% tariff on China takes effect. Beijing responds with retaliatory taxes on U.S. imports. Let me ask you a question. Now, I went to Russia for this. I didn't literally go to Russia, but I went to Russia for this, right? Right here. Give me number 73. This is not being reported. Anything I watched. This is the Russian news agency. U.S. Trump's telephone conversation with Chinese leader expected this week. February 4th, U.S. President Donald Trump will hold a telephone conversation with Chinese President Xi Jinping within the next 2 days, within a 2-day period here, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said on Tuesday. They are going to hold a phone call, all right? They're going to have a phone call, and we will get what happens in this conversation. Just saying. I got to give it to Trump. He's not afraid of these people. And he has to go in some areas. I don't say he has to go lightly, but he has to take his time in some areas. Now, many of you, let me get this because I have to get out. I know this upsets some of you, but we're going to put it up there anyway. So I told you I didn't want to do this till the end of the show because I got to run. Here it is, number 7. Now, Bibi Netanyahu, all right, Netanyahu is going to be in, now, Trump has talked to the king of Jordan. He's talking to Egypt about taking in Palestinians. They have nowhere to live. The only thing I want to say where this is concerned, number 8, Trump, and the only thing that makes me nervous here is every time Trump sees this picture right here, it's just the developer in him. He's thinking condos. Just saying. Trump's thinking, that looks like a great place with some condos. High end. I think we got something here. Now, give me number. No, I don't want that one right now. I got to try to wrap up, and I don't want to miss a couple things. So they are, remember this, number 39? They don't want to talk about this. ABC, you remember CBS staff dreading Trump settlement over Kamala Harris edit that he claimed misled the public? CBS number 40, it's being reported that CBS is looking at a settlement deal with Trump. Remember when they just totally, completely took Kamala's answer and changed it? CBS News staffers are said to be dreading a proposed settlement with President Donald Trump over claims it misleading edited a 60-minute interview with then Democrat nominee Kamala Harris. There is a settlement. ABC, a lot of people got upset with that settlement over at ABC, and there is said to be a settlement getting ready to happen with CBS. All right. Just, Diane, give me this one here. Give me number 61. Get ready to close. A couple, Georgia. Folks, please watch this. Georgia House Speaker pushes for school safety legislation after Appalachia shooting to prevent future school shooting like the one that occurred at Appalachia High School last September. House Speaker John Burns said he will support the development of a statewide database that would contain information about students' mental health history. This is a problem. This is a problem. All right? A database for your kids' mental health. This is a database that will follow your child sooner or later with red flag laws. Hey, in the 10th grade, I don't know if you should have a gun. Just saying, watch this in Georgia. Give me number 62. Georgia House Speaker calls for a database to track troubled students anonymously, an app to report threats, an anonymous app to report people. Whoa, Baba Louie. Oh, hey, whoa. Joe, whoa. Now, number 75. I know, this is Georgia. Oh, that's the same one, 75. Here it is. I think this is the one I wanted. Number 76. Meanwhile, Burns also said the bill would create a mandatory penalty for students who made terroristic threats, which would include immediate suspension. I guess the days of the principal. All right. I know you don't like this, but every time you turn around, there's a reason. There's a reason. This is the upper hand that Trump has. Video 15 on Canada. Video 15.
Look, what I'd like to see, Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection, military protection. We don't need them to build our cars. I'd rather see Detroit or South Carolina or any one of our Tennessee, any one of our states build the cars. They could do it very easily. We don't need them for the cars. We don't need them for lumber. We don't need them for anything. We don't need them for energy. We have more energy than they do. We don't need them for energy. So I say, why are we doing this? Why are we willing to lose between $100 billion and $200 billion a year? We don't need them. As a state, it's different.
We don't need your stinking badges. We don't need your badges. We don't need your stinking badges. We don't need your cars. I'd rather them be made in Tennessee. We don't need your lumber. That's right. That's the only reason he keeps saying that 51st state. Hey, look, we protect you. Realistically, we're your military. Realistically, we're your car manufacturer. You manufacture our products. I mean, I'll shut you down tomorrow. I will close your doors. We've talked about that. I just want to look to make sure I'm not leaving anything out here. I had this one here. Diane, give me, this is where I'm going, just so you know, 55. This is a stunt. We will talk about this later. But right here, Speaker John Burns to announce legislation to protect girls' sports tomorrow. That was yesterday. And here you go. And here you go. Today, number 56. At 1:30, the Georgia Capitol, House Speaker John Burns will hold a press conference to unveil his legislative initiative for protecting girls' sports. What a political stunt. I will be there. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I'm headed to Atlanta. Send me a message, call me, text me. Adios. I'll see you in the morning, 8 a.m. Thank you for everything, Diane. It was a nice day. I hope you're doing well. Later.